best cartoons growing up, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, this is for me, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because there's a lot of cartoons out there, man. There's a lot of cartoons out there. But I just select a handful that, that I definitely like, you know what I'm saying? That's definitely iconic to me. It's cartoons growing up and shit like that. The first one I'm gonna talk about is my boy. My boy Captain Planet, man. I'll never forget, man. I was like 4 or 5 years old. I used to be going crazy over Captain Planet and the Planeteers, man. Especially they had one of the best theme songs. You can't front, man. They got one of the best theme songs, cartoons of all time, man. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got one of the best, of all time, for real. And oh yeah, before I get into this, man, say like, comment, subscribe, and that's the Cash App donation. Dollar sign, capital WILTZ, capital STRONG 86. You know what I'm saying? And like the shout out to Ticket TV, T Price, James Noah Boy Sports and News, Little Sports Writer, Tutor off of TV, you know, my boy Will, Will 84 Bird. We're gonna have his own show, own channel soon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's coming out soon, you know. But yeah, man, Captain Planet, the Planeteers. Yeah, this is my shit right here, man. Listen to that song. It said Earth, Fire, Water, Wind, Heart. It was like Gold Planet. This motherfucker Captain Planet said Captain Planet, like, with your powers combined, I am Captain Planet type shit. Like, what, man? Look, man, you little ass kid watching this shit, man. This was that shit back in the day, man. You can't front, man. This was that shit back in the day, man. You really can't front on this shit. Yeah, man. And it used to come on like early in the morning too, like especially when I got a little older. It was always it used to be on like TBS shit like that. Like before I go to school, you know what I'm saying. I used to watch this shit, man. Shit was fire, man. You know what I'm saying. I used to when I was a little ass kid. I used to have a little crush on the used to have a crush on the Asian girl and the blonde girl. You know what I'm saying. The white girl. You know what I'm saying. I had a little tiny cartoon crush. You know what I'm saying. And I was like, come on. I was like 4 or 5, 6 years old. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I was, mad young back in the day. But like this is like this cartoon, man. It definitely need to I need to do a movie on this cartoon, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a classic, man. A lot of y'all young motherfuckers out there that know nothing about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Do your history, you know what I'm saying? Go back on the archives, you know what I'm saying? Watch how great this cartoon was, man. You know what I'm saying? It was really try to, you know what I'm saying? You got bad niggas, bad guys that was trying to destroy the work, destroy the earth. Yeah, the pollution, all that stuff like that. And Captain Planet, like, fuck that. I gotta get my little niggas gotta, you know what I'm saying, gotta clean this shit up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like this definitely was, yeah, man. Definitely was a classic, man. I just hope they make a movie though, for real, one day. They always used to have the bad guys, the fat guy, this big old fat guy and stuff like that. And what was I gonna say, man? This one, the main guy, the main bad boss, whatever. This guy said, "You pay for this, Captain Planet." Like every time, man, every time this nigga was always hating on Planet, man. You know what I'm saying? But they always came to save the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's crazy. I actually touched this on accident, but I gotta go with it, man. The PJs. Yeah. Oh yeah. G.I. Joe. Yeah, I see you. Aries 23. G.I. Joe. Yeah, that was my nigga too. That's my niggas too. And He-Man. He-Man was my nigga too. I ain't gonna lie. But I was, you know what I'm saying? I was mad young. I really, you know what I'm saying? I really forgot about that cartoon. But when I was a little ass kid, I used to love that shit. But yeah, the PJ. When this shit first came out, it was like the only thing I see somebody did this like clay animation type shit was like California Raisins. You know what I'm saying? I used to like California Raisins too. You know, I was around that age, like 3, 4, 5. So I really can't remember that much about that shit. But PJs, man, like Eddie Murphy. You know, Eddie Murphy, like he basically my top. I said my top 3 favorite comedians all time. As y'all saw on the comedian show I had, episode 6. You know what I'm saying? And when Eddie Murphy decided to have a cartoon show, man, I was like, yo, I was ready for that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit came out, early '99, I think it was. Yeah, man, that shit was funny as hell, man. He had Thurgood Marshall. He was a super in the projects. Let's say his wife Muriel. You had that say you had the 2 little kids, Juicy and Calvin. Saying they was up to some shit. You always had that stereotype of the fat people. I mean, I don't mean to say it like that. Yeah, I mean, take back what I said. The stereotype with somebody that's big boned. You know what I'm saying? Like Juicy and stuff like that. They want to have this nigga like this crazy for food and shit like that. And it's crazy. And you had the old lady. Say the old lady was always talking shit to Thurgood. Saying Muriel's sister, BB, was always talking shit to Thurgood. And what's name was cool, BB's husband, saying that the Oriental guy, I think it was, yeah, like he was always talking, he was cool, saying he was mad cool with Thurgood, saying. Then you got the witch doctor. Oh yeah, Walter, yeah, Eddie Retro, man. Walter the Cricket Cop. Yeah, I remember that nigga. Like that. That nigga he was always some slick shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he be getting Thurgood in some slick situations, man. Nah, but he cool though, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You got the witch lady, whatever. Not the witch lady, the voodoo lady. Like, man, like like, you know what I'm saying? She hated, yeah, a lot of people hated Thurgood, you know what I'm saying? There was hate on my nigga Thurgood, you know what I'm saying? And she was acting like she gonna do a curse and all that shit on this nigga Smokey. My boy Smokey, man. I remember that episode with Smokey scared the kids, man, when the kids was running because Thurgood and the boys, you know what I'm saying, they was acting like it was a camp, some camp, some basically some project camp thing outside. But they want to go to camp so bad. And then one of the motherfuckers scared Juicy and Calvin. Juicy and Calvin, they was running and shit like that. They fell in the sewer. That nigga Smokey scared the fuck. That nigga Smokey scared the fuck out of them little niggas, man. That shit was crazy, man. That shit was funny as hell, man. Oh man. That brought back so much memories, man. And you got the other guy with the hat. I don't know, it's Nevada hat. I don't know. He had the hat on, and he always had some type of microphone type shit because he's a smoker or whatever. And like he got to talk through that hole in his neck. Like, man, that shit was crazy. But he was talking shit too. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was funny. And every time they go to the hub, the lady, I think the lady, I don't know who played the lady. Yeah, the HUD lady. Yeah, like to our next every time. Like, yo, I remember Thurgood. He was mad at Juicy from that gumbo shit, that gumbo competition or that food competition, whatever. And he found out that he really found out that Juicy was a better cook to him, and that nigga was jealous about that shit. Oh yeah, that one fat nigga that couldn't get out the window. This motherfucker can't get outside, man, because he's so fat, man. I don't know how many pounds he is, like 300, 350, 400 pounds, man. He had to be at least like 400 pounds the way they act like that, how that nigga is, man. Like, man, that shit was funny as hell, man. Yeah, man, that's definitely a classic, you know what I'm saying? That was like 3 seasons, I think, 3, 4 seasons. The next one, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I'm not talking about no I'm not talking about no fucking Alvin and Chipmunk movies that came out in the 2000s. I'm not talking about that new shit they got on TV right now for y'all young kids, man. But about you know what I'm saying, this 3D shit, man. I ain't talking about that new shit, man. I'm talking about that fucking 80s, early 90s shit right here, man. My boy Alvin, man, like that was my nigga right there, you know what I'm saying? Alvin, Simon Theodore, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers had that song like "We're the Chipmunks." Dun, 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 dun. We're the Chipmunks. Alvin, Simon, Theodore. And then, yeah, yo, them niggas always was Dave. Yeah, Dave was like Alvin, like, and oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? They all had girls too, you know what I'm saying? They all had shorties, you know what I'm saying? No, I think it was next door or some shit like that across the street. I don't know, I forgot what it was at, but it was nearby, you know what I'm saying? And basically, you know what I'm saying? Alvin was schooling his brothers, Alvin was schooling Simon and Theodore, like, yo, man, we gotta get these girls at Chipettes, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why Alvin he always be that nigga, man, because he was like, "Yo, man, we gotta get these girls, man." You know what I'm saying? They got three sisters too. Of course, we the three brothers. And they got three sisters. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, man, we gotta hook up with these girls. You know what I'm saying? Man, yeah, man. It's crazy because their personality like matches their personality. You know what I'm saying? So shit, yeah, that shit was cool, man. They always singing. You know what I'm saying? They always singing. You know, that's another thing too. They was popular, you know what I'm saying? They was singing, they had, a lot of what's that shit called, man? They had a lot of gigs, you know what I'm saying? So like that's another reason why Chipettes, you know, wanted to fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is my show right here. You know, at a young age, I'm like, I'm fucking with this show, man. Alvin and the Chipmunks, nigga. Yeah, Eddie Retro, man. Alvin was always into some shit, man. All the time. The nigga was always into some shit, man. Yeah, but that new shit that y'all got going, man, like, man, fuck that, man. I don't care about that new shit. It's nothing like this right here, the original. You know what I'm saying? The next one is gonna be yeah. I mean, this came later on in the day, man. But the reason why, because it's like even though it was a cartoon, it was a lot of adult references and stuff like that, man. You gotta give it up to the Boondocks, man. You gotta give it up to the Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? I was in my late teens, but like the shit was funny as hell. This shit was funny. This shit will always be a classic, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the grandpa, you got Huey, say Riley, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man, because I didn't know this at first with Huey and Riley. Got my girl Regina King, you know what I'm saying, from Boys in the Hood, the Poetic Justice. Um, Damn, what else she played? She played a lot of shit like how higher learning and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that voiced Riley and Huey. I'm like, what? Like she really did that shit, man. I gotta give her credit for that, man. Like that shit was crazy, man. And Huey, man, like that nigga, man, that nigga was always, you know what I'm saying? He was always on his woke shit. At a young age, he was on his woke shit. You know what I'm saying? Fighting niggas, doing his karate shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you had Riley. He always talking shit like, "Nigga, you gay." This motherfucker like nigga Riley, man. I think it was a savage, man. At a young ass age, man. I think it was a young nigga, little fucking savage, man. It's coming at niggas, man. He ain't give a fuck, man. Go off on anybody, man. The grandpa, man, was talking his shit, man. This motherfucker had girls coming from MySpace. You know that one girl did him wrong that one time. That one, the person who played Grandpa, John Witherspoon, R.I.P. to John Witherspoon, man. Say he definitely one of the funniest comedians, from the past. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, but like, yeah, that one episode when that girl, That girl act like she was in love with the grandpa and shit like that. And then you got Slickback. You got Slickback, a pimp named Slickback, right? That that was played by Cat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was funny. It said nah. It said nah. It said pimp named Slickback. You know our tribe called Quest is a pimp named Slickback. You gotta call it. You gotta say the whole shit, man. You can't just call a nigga Slickback. You know what I'm saying? But of course you got my nigga the most hating ass nigga on the show, man. Uncle Ruckus, nigga. That nigga was hating, man. That nigga was like a cartoon version of Clayton Bigsby. You know, anybody know who Clayton Bigsby is, man? Like that nigga came from Chappelle's show. You know what I'm saying? So he was a cartoon version of that shit. Yo, this nigga was just going off, man. You singing a song, these niggas, these dirty ass niggas. Yeah, like somebody either hit him. I forgot, man. It was a minute ago, man. But somebody hit him or some shit like that. But man, that shit was crazy, man. You had Dougalicious. It was basically like a fake ass Ludacris, man, when he had the big ass afro and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You had this other guy. I mean, not Dougalicious, Gangsterlicious. Now this other guy was talking about dude, a homie, man. I'm like, what? It's crazy, man, because a lot of some people in the damn rap industry right now, man. Some people in the rap industry doing that funny shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they rather be with the homie than to be, than to fuck with the girls and shit like that. They're like, oh, you rather be my homies than fuck with some girls. Like, nah, man, I fuck that shit, man. And they was showing shit that that happened in the future, like that they basically tricked Riley to wearing a purse and a damn handbag, a purse. You know what I'm saying? But he said, oh no, the best rapper wear this shit. Like, nah, nigga, you got tricked, man. That's what's going on today with these young ones that don't know better. You know what I'm saying? But they want to look up to their favorite rapper, man. I ain't gonna say no names, Lil Nas X, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no other names. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you gotta be careful out here, man. Oh yeah, what's good, Kid Trunks, man? What's good, man? What's good? 3,000 degrees. You already know, man. Yeah. Lil Nas X and P Diddy, man. Yeah, don't let me get into that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a future episode right there. I'm gonna talk about that snake ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if anybody say, like, oh yeah, why you don't like P Diddy for, man? Like, nah, nigga. There's many reasons behind that shit, man. There's many reasons behind that shit. Oh yeah, what's good, Jacob Jennings? What's good, man? You already know what's good, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. And yeah, man. Of course, man. R.P. to Charlie Murphy, man. He played the white guy. And of course, Samuel Jackson played the white guy, another white guy too. You know, see with the fake braids, whatever the fuck that is he had. But yo, man, that nigga, the Charlie Murphy played the white dude, man. That shit had me dying, man. When I first saw that shit first aired, nigga, on the Adult Swim, nigga, like that shit cracked me the fuck up, man. That nigga was cussing and shit. That nigga was they were cussing out Riley and shit like that. Like, man, fuck this shit, man. Like, and like this, like you trying to text this one girl and say, "Oh yeah, smiley face. Oh yeah, bitches love smiley faces and all that shit." Like, that shit was funny. Stig Meyer. You know what I'm saying? That nigga in there too. He was talking shit. Try to fight niggas and shit like that, man. And you had Tom. You know what I'm saying? Who basically like a you know Dang, what's that called, man? Yeah, basically Uncle Tom. He's basically a house Negro, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And it was that one time he smacked that girl, and he smacked the white girl, his white baby mom in the face, whatever. I mean, that shit crazy. But he had the daughter, he had the daughter and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She was fucking niggas up. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, this shit's a classic right here, man. Boondocks, man. Yeah, Kid Trunks. I was talking about that too, man. Uncle Ruckus, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Time in the prison episode. Oh yeah, man. Oh shit, man. That shit was funny as hell, man. That shit was funny as hell, yo. There's something else, man, that a lot of young niggas wasn't even and live, man, when it's first aired on TV, man. My nigga Doug, man. My nigga Doug, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker had the coolest dog in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Pork Chop, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Pork Chop always had Doug's back, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? See with the shades and shit like that. Of course, he wasn't. Yeah, that's how real they made it. Cause you know what I'm saying. Dog. Animals don't fucking talk. A lot of cartoons have animals talking and shit like that, man. But Pork Chop wasn't talking, but you could tell he was the coolest pet to have, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you know what I'm saying? Like he always try to get Patty mayonnaise, man. He always trying to get Patty mayonnaise, nigga. Like he wanted that, man. And Patty mayonnaise was feeling him, you know what I'm saying? And of course you had his, best friend Skeeter. Skeeter always had his back and shit like that. Giving pointers, getting pointers how to get Patty mayonnaise, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And Skeeter, he wanted BB too. I ain't gonna lie. Skeeter wanted BB. You know, you know what I'm saying? BB was fronting. BB was no, look, BB was hating on Doug too. You know what I'm saying? But of course, BB. Yeah, BB wanted both of them niggas. You know how that is, man. But Roger Klutz, man, he was the hating ass nigga. This nigga Roger Klutz was a hating ass nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was always hating on Doug. You know what I'm saying? Because deep inside he wanted Patty Mayonnaise himself, man. You know what I'm saying? But he's always hating him. Especially when had that school dance, he would try to play that nigga in front of the girls and shit like that. I'm like, damn, Roger Klutz, man. Like, why got hate like that for? I understand, like he had his little gang with like him and two other niggas, had a little mini gang, whatever, would try to be the bullies and shit like that. But he was like high key hating on Doug, man. And of course, the other guy named Studebaker, Chalky, man, Chalky Studebaker, man. It's like he was the All American motherfucker. He was the guy that was the best nigga on the football team. You know what I'm saying? Basketball team. The nigga always was doing his thing, had the girls and stuff like that. And like sometimes he was competition with Doug, you know what I'm saying? He was hating on Doug too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he basically like a friend here, a friend there type nigga. You know, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You had Mr. Dink, man. I think his name Mr. Dink, whatever the hell his name is. Always have inventions and shit like that. It was oh yeah, dog. You know what I'm saying? Try this new invention. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of sound like Ant. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all there who know who Ant is, man. He sound like Ant to me, kind of, man. I think it Mr. Dink, man. But nah, there's a lot of characters out there on this shit, man. The principal, I forgot the principal's name with the big ass nose, man. He was definitely hating on Doug, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get that nigga expelled, nigga. I'm like, God damn, man, you trying to get a nigga expelled? This is elementary school, nigga. This nigga like in the fifth grade, nigga. Fourth, fifth grade, you try to get this nigga expelled, nigga. Like damn, you a hating ass old nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, of course, Judy. You know what I'm saying? Judy, she was always with the drama shit. Yeah, Eddie Retro, yeah, Mr. Bone, that's that nigga name. Yeah, Mr. Bone, always hating on Doug. And you had Judy, man. Judy always had the shades, doing all them fucking practicing all them damn monologues and shit like that for the drama. Drama shit should be into and shit like that. And a lot of people wasn't feeling it. Every time she tried to do that shit, especially with Doug around Skeeter and his friends and stuff like that, man, they'll be yelling like, man, fuck this, I'm out of here, man. I'm going to the living room or something. I'm going outside or somewhere, nigga. I ain't gonna be around this woman, man. Get that shit. So, they had the Mayor Bluffington and shit like that. Oh yeah, I forgot, man. Doug became you know what I'm saying? Doug be always he always be fantasizing about a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He based like the cartoon version of Robert Peterson and the Parenthood. If y'all know about that show, you know what I'm saying? Like he's the cartoon version that he always be fantasizing that he's fucking the fake ass the fake ass cartoon James Bond nigga. He be fantasizing that he Quell Man nigga. I ain't gonna lie, Quell Man was that nigga was crazy. The only thing I like, he had the underwear on the outside, nigga. Like, anybody want to see no fucking white tighties on the out? Anybody want to see the white tighties, period, nigga? You gonna have that shit on the outside, man? Like, come on, man. Nobody want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And what's weird is he try to get the kids to like beats, man. I never liked no fucking beats, man. That shit disgusting, nigga. Who the fuck want to eat some beats, nigga? That don't make no sense, man. Who the fuck want to eat some nasty ass beats? Like that's shit disgusting, man. But I was cool that one time with him and Doug and Skeeter, man. When they ran into their favorite band called the Beats, man. And they basically came out and did start jamming with them, you know what I'm saying? Start because they missed the concert, man. That was cool, man. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk about Disney's Doug, man. I ain't gonna talk about that shit. That shit ain't nowhere near better as Nickelodeon's Doug, man. It's nowhere near better, man. On some real shit. Let me see. This nigga said living onions. Oh yeah, remember that shit, living onions. Yeah, that shit disgusting, man. That shit disgusting, man. But yeah, man, the pup named Scooby Doo, nigga, what? This was that shit. Of course, Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo, where are you? Like that shit always gonna be fire. But a pup named Scooby Doo, man, and I was like 3, 4, 5 years old, still around that age range, probably 6. But like, yeah, man, this was that shit, man. Like, man, they had the music, man. They had, it was just crazy, man. It was basically like more towards, like younger kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, like the regular Scooby Doo, it was like teenagers, you know what I'm saying? The Mystery Van and shit like that. These niggas then it was like basically like around the age I was growing up to be, you know what I'm saying? Like it was close to my age range at the time. So like that's why I fuck with a pup named Scooby Doo. And he always had this fat red hair nigga. Named Red Herring, man. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing is, man, like, young Fred right here, young Fred, this nigga always have it wrong. Every time he said, oh yeah, I know who did it. It was Red Herring he said it was Red Herring, man. Yeah, Eddie Retro, the music made the show. Yeah, that's what really did it too. But yeah, this guy was always wrong about Red Herring, man. I'm like, yo, Fred, man, how many times you gonna be wrong about this nigga, man? You know what I'm saying? If I was Red Herring, like, yeah, man, like y'all, like, yeah, man, we had to fight or something, nigga. So you had to catch the fade or something with me, nigga. Like, I'm telling you, keep on like accusing me, nigga. Like I wasn't dead, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you had little Delma, like they got Delma mad small and shit. And they got Shaggy, you know what I'm saying? Daphne, of course, little Scoob and shit like that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit except for like people, they was young. But this shit was hard back in the day, man. It's basically what that shit is. The next one goes to yeah. Eddie Retro, as I grew older, I realized Fred was the hater. Yeah, Fred was hating. Yeah, Fred was. I mean, Red was hating, but Fred was always. Yeah, Fred was the one he was the main one hating on Red, though. Yeah, that's how that shit is. But yeah, Rugrats, man, you can't deny it. I ain't talking about no fucking new 3D animation Rugrats that they got on today. I ain't talking about that bullshit. I ain't talking about no fucking all grown up and shit like that. I ain't talking about that shit. I ain't talking about no Rugrats in Paris, man. I ain't talking about none of that crap, man. I ain't talking about none of that shit after that, man. I'm talking about the original Rugrats. When you had my boy Tommy Pickles, man, Phil and Lil, who had Angelica, you know what I'm saying, Chucky, you know what I'm saying, always scared all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? You had Reptar, you know what I'm saying, Angelica had the Cynthia doll, which is crazy, you know what I'm saying? She had no fucking hair, but that's how that is. Oh yeah, Susie Carmichael, when she came later on the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she was the only one that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? She was the only one that wasn't phasing Angelica, you know what I'm saying? She was ready for the smoke, you know what I'm saying? Angelica trying to come through with the smoke. Susie caught my uncle like, nah, I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you. You around my size, my age, whatever. And it was cool too because she was defending the babies. You know what I'm saying? But Angelica was always punking the babies. You know what I'm saying? She was jealous, but she was always punking the babies and shit like that, especially Tommy, her cousin. Was coming at her little cousin Tommy. Like, shit crazy, man. And I was gonna say, of course, the parents, Dee Dee, you know what I'm saying, and Stu. Well, Stu was a cool nigga, man. Stu Pickles, man, the dad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he always yeah, he was mad cool, man. He was, you know what I'm saying, just mad mellow and shit like that. And they had a grandpa, man, tell about all these damn stories about Sasquatch and about what else that nigga said about Louis Armstrong and damn, what the fuck? Yeah, you talking all this shit to the babies, like nigga, how the fuck these little ass babies gonna know what the fuck you saying, old ass nigga? How the fuck they gonna know what you say, motherfucker? And he always say, when I was your age, I was walking 15 miles in the snow. I'm like, man, like, come on, nigga. That nigga be saying that shit all the time, man. The person who played the grandpa, you know what I'm saying, I found out, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, he passed away, so RP to him. I mean, you're right, Eddie Retro, man. Yeah, still hated 9-5 life, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why he was like, fucking man. I gotta live it this best way I can, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he hated that shit. And they was hating on Stu, you know what I'm saying? Like his job was hating on that nigga. And oh yeah, the dog Spike and shit like that. Spike was always like he was like, to me, he's like the second cool dog, you know what I'm saying, besides Pork Chop, you know what I'm saying? Like Spike was cool, you know what I'm saying? Wait, hang on one second. Hang on one second. Oh yeah, Eddie Retro, man. Drew was a simp to his wife, man. Like that, like Angelica's mom, right? That had a cell phone. Like, yeah, she always on the business shit. She had a cell phone and shit like that, man. And Drew definitely was a simp, man. And I feel sorry for Chucky's dad. What's his name? Charles Finster or something like that. I forgot. I think that was his name, Finster, whatever, man. But that nigga, like you see why Chucky be scared, because his dad be acting fucking scary. You know what I'm saying? He was always a single parent, But until Kimmy came along, that's when excuse me, that's when Kimmy came along with the Rugrats movie, man. That shit came out 90 was that 98? I think it was. But yeah, man, that was the only Rugrats movie I saw, because that was at the end of the time. That was the end of the time that I was into that shit. You know what I'm saying? After that, man, I got older. You know what I'm saying? Became a teenager after that shit passed, man. I'm like, man, I ain't like watching this little kid shit no more. You know what I'm saying? But the Rugrats movie, man, that shit was crazy. That was the first time we saw Dill. I think his name not Dill. I think his name was Dill. I think it was. I don't know. The little baby that was crazy, little crazy baby. You know what I'm saying? Tommy's little brother and shit like that in the high school. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, man. The Rugrats always had all the always. Yeah, Dill was annoying, man. That nigga was crazy. That nigga was on. That nigga was on something, man. Like he acted like he was a crack baby or something. I'm like, damn, Dill, what's wrong with you, nigga? But yeah, man, that was man. We had yeah, but they be having all these adventures and shit like that. Like even in the backyard, we had all these fucking adventures, man. And that time when they was in the they were trying to get out of the nursery. They was playing and shit like, like Tommy Pick was like, yeah, man, this dude, like, yeah, we gotta get out of this nursery and shit like that. Niggas in the movies, niggas was calling, havoc in the movies and shit like that. Man, I remember that episode. Man, where you came from, man, it's definitely a classic right here, man. And of course, the Nickelodeon game on Game Boy Color. I mean, the Rugrats game on Game Boy Color. That shit was fire too, man. I ain't gonna lie. Cause that was a movie. That was a Rugrats movie shit. So yeah, man, that's a classic right there, man. Yeah, the next one, man, the Jetsons, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. You already know, man. You already know the George, the dad George, man. Jane, Judy, Astro, Elroy, Rosie. I think it was a robot. I think it was, man. Like yo, I used to love this show, man, when I was a kid, man. Cause it was so like you really can't front, man. Like there was no other cartoons that was like futuristic, man. And they show everything that's going on right now, man. Motherfuckers this shit came out in the late 60s, I think it was. In real life, this shit came out in the real late 60s, but of course they had reruns and shit like that. Like that's of course that's how I grew up on it. They showed reruns for years. But yo, I couldn't man, they showed everything, they showed a lot of things that's going on right now, man. You know what I'm saying? They showed what's going on with the FaceTime and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's got George, you know what I'm saying, FaceTiming his boss, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, man. Like, oh yeah, Eddie Russell said, Jane, stop this crazy thing. Oh shit, man. It was so futuristic with that shit, man. Like it really tell you what's going on. All I gotta do is like put a pill in the microwave, put a pill in the microwave, man. That'd be like 5 seconds. All of a sudden, that'd be a fucking large ass pizza, nigga. I'm like, God, I'm like, what? Man, I was bugging when I first saw this shit. I was a little kid. I'm like, what the hell is this? But the shit was so fire, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember too when I was 4 years old, man. When I watched that was one of the first, that was one of the probably the fifth movie I saw. I think it was like the Jetsons movie. See, a lot of y'all young niggas don't know nothing about no Jetsons movie, man. That shit was fire, man. We basically had the aliens, like, like you know what I'm saying, these little animals. But of course, because it's a cartoon kids show, whatever. They try to make it like, oh yeah, these cute little furry animals and stuff like that. That's try to help George Jetson and and everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it was really them little ass aliens, man. Them motherfuckers was aliens, nigga. That shit bugged me out, man. That shit bugged me out, man. And like Judy, Judy always wanted money from the dad, whatever, to go, go fast. You know what I'm saying? She want to be fast and hang out with the the popular guys at the school. You know what I'm saying? Jane was always shop. Oh yeah, Jane. No, she got that from Jane though. Jane definitely always want to fucking shop all the damn time, nigga. And George had that fucking look on his face like, damn man, like you try to burn my pockets. Like why you always taking my money like that, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, to just meet the Flintstones. Yeah, man. I remember that shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. That was crazy cartoon. And Rosie was cool because Rosie, like, she made sure everybody all right, you know what I'm saying? Especially George, anybody, whatever they wanted, you know what I'm saying? Rosie right there to help them, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, that's one of the coolest robots, you know what I'm saying, on TV, man. Rosie, you know what I'm saying? Astro the dog, you know what I'm saying? He was cool. And Elroy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That was a great cartoon back in the day, man. I see that one for last, man. Yeah. I go to this one right here, man. You know what I'm saying? The Simpsons, man. I can't front on the Simpsons, man. Man, this shit been going. This shit first came out, man, when I was like 3 years old. I was like 3 years old, and this shit is still playing today. That's how you know it's a long time, because I'm an old ass man. I'm an old ass nigga, man. This shit is still on TV, man. I'm like, damn, nigga, how long this shit gonna be on TV, man? But man, yo, The Simpsons is fire, man. Like this shit is still fire, man. Like sometimes you still catch it, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, just wanna flip the channel, whatever. You see that shit, like, all right, let me see how this is. Yo, The Simpsons is still, The Simpsons is fire, man. But you had, you got my boy Homer Simpson. They be saying, don't. They go always drinking the Duff beer. Niggas had their own beer, nigga. Them niggas had their own beer, man, called Duff, nigga. That nigga always was, nigga had a Duff beer and shit like that. This nigga was, he always be at the fucking bar, you know what I'm saying, talking shit and chopping up with, you know what I'm saying, that nigga Mo and shit like that. Drunk ass Barney. Nigga Barney fat, crazy ass man talking about, this nigga always belching and shit. Like he can't hardly fucking see. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Duff Man. I remember that shit. You had the Duff Man. Yeah, man. And you already know, man. Like Homer Simpson, man. He definitely don't like his job. Like this motherfucker be sleeping at the job. Like always want donuts and shit like that. Mr. Burns, and saying lighting the ass Smithers, man. Everybody know that, man. Smithers is lighting the ass, man. Fruity ass Smithers, nigga. That motherfucker, man, that was on his shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They was always hating on Homer Simpson, man. This motherfucker Homer Simpson got fired mad times and go right back to the motherfucking, went back to the job, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He had his homies, Lenny, you know what I'm saying, and the black guy. I forgot that's sad. I forgot what the black guy name is, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like there was always, his two co-workers that he cool with, they be at the bar sometimes with him too, man. Oh yeah, he did make Barney became alcoholic. He did make that nigga come out alcoholic for real. Hell yeah, he did make that motherfucker become an alcoholic. Yo, that's crazy, man. I remember that episode, man. Like, damn, how the fuck somebody made Barney drunk ass every fucking day, every night, nigga, midnight, nigga, fucking drunk like that, nigga, like, what? Yeah, gotta be a Homer, nigga, gotta be that nigga Homer, huh? Because she got Marge, you know what I'm saying, with the long ass, with the iconic high ass. She got the highest high top, and not high top, but the highest fucking hair in the world, nigga. Got the fucking blue ass curly hair, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But she always held things down, you know what I'm saying? Being a housewife and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She was mad cool, she mad cool and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, Marge is cool. Always got the kids in order, you know what I'm saying? Because Homer be doing some stupid shit. Homer don't be on the shit, man. Marge gotta be out there, you know what I'm saying, to save the day, you know what I'm saying, which is sad, you know what I'm saying? But that's how the fuck that shit is, man. And you got my boy Bart, man. My boy Bart, nigga. That's my nigga Bart, man. Especially when he became Bart, man. I remember the video games, man, on Sega. You know what I'm saying? I said on the episode on the I'm talking about the Sega, my favorite Sega games and shit like that. I think that was on the episode 5. He was in the Bart Simpson Nightmare. He became Bartman on the earlier Simpson video games and shit like that. But this nigga was always on a skateboard, nigga. Busting his ass on a skateboard. He was saying, "Eat my shorts, man." This guy was a bad motherfucker, man. and yeah, man. The reason why the main, that was the reason why I even wanted to eat the Butterfinger candy bars because of damn commercials, man. Because of that nigga, man. I'm like, oh, Bart Simpson, this shit. I want to try the Butterfinger, man. And hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how you market shit, man. That's cool, man. Oh yeah, I remember the Michael Jackson episode. I remember that shit. The crazy thing is, man, somebody tried to say that's somebody else that played Michael Jackson, but that was really Michael Jackson, though. So I heard about that later. Michael Jackson really voiced that shit, but he didn't want to put his name on there. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Michael Jackson, man. You already know, man. And Lisa Simpson. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was cool, but yeah, she was just too smart for her own good, you know what I'm saying? She was too smart for her own good and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She was a smart ass. I mean not smart ass, but a bookworm basically, a big bookworm, you know. And Millhouse, you know what I'm saying, Bart Simpson's homie, you know what I'm saying? Millhouse always had a crush on Lisa. A lot of times Lisa wasn't trying to hear that. Lisa wasn't trying to hear that shit, man. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear you, Millhouse, man. You know what I'm saying? They got Maggie. Maggie was cool, man. Maggie, you know what I'm saying? The baby, she wasn't talking shit, but she was always in some shit, man. She was, she was always in some shit. She's like the smartest. She's like basically the smartest baby, my nigga, on some real shit, man. Of course, you got the pets, man. You got Snowball and Santa's helper, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit's crazy, man. Another thing about the Simpsons, man, like the couch that they sitting on right now, that you see, like yo, they got so many couch gags. That's at the beginning of the Simpsons. The Simpsons, I never seen no shit like that, man. They got so many different intros. As soon as they show the living room with the couch, man, there's so many. You're like, yo, there's so many different intros with them on the couch, nigga. And like, yo, that made the Simpsons even more iconic, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Oh yeah, Eddie Retro. Yeah, of course. Lisa. For real, Reynolds Sports Nation TV. Carl. Yeah, Carl. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, Carl, the black guy. One of his co-workers, colleagues, whatever. Um, Homer. But yeah, Lisa was playing the saxophone. Yeah, she really had a talent in that music shit. Hell yeah, hell yeah, man. That was crazy. And I ain't gonna lie. The one thing I really like about The Simpsons, man, something else I'm a fan of too. Like every single year, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really pay attention to The Simpsons. Every single year around Halloween time, they be having the Tree House of Horrors, man. That shit be fire. That shit. Now I be like, it's like, damn, how much it is right now? It's like 30. It's like 31. It's like 31 fucking Treehouse of Horror episodes, man. And like I always like that shit, how they do that shit every Halloween. They be having all these types of shit, man. Oh yeah, Itchy and Scratchy. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They basically like the very violent version of Tom and Jerry, man. Itchy and Scratchy was on some other shit, man, killing each other every fucking cartoon, every episode on the cartoon. Krusty the Clown, man, that motherfucker crazy. And that nigga Sasho Bob, everybody knows Sasho Bob, but he always want to kill Bart, my nigga. He always want to kill Bart, my nigga. Like that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy, man. But nah, man, I don't talk about this all day, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of characters, like the mayor. You know what I mean? The mayor, the reverend. You already know about Ned Flanders, man. Ned Flanders ass. The saying Marge two sisters, the twins, whatever. Man, this is an iconic show, man. You know what I'm saying? I probably gotta do another episode, man, talking more about the Simpsons, man. You know what I'm saying? This is an iconic show, man. Word. But yeah, the last one I'm gonna talk about with the cartoons, man. It's Looney Tunes, man. Everybody and their mama. And the crazy thing I said that everybody and their mama, and I really mean that shit. Cause this shit came out in the fucking 30s and the 40s, man. Fuck that. Everybody and their mama and their grandmother came up on this, man. Everybody know what Looney Tunes is, man. Like, man, this is what really, man. These are the pioneers right here, man. Looney Tunes are the pioneers of like when it comes to the best cartoons, man. Like you can't front on that, man. My boy Bugs Bunny, my boy Daffy Duck, my boy Porky Pig, man. Elmer Fudd, man. Elmer Fudd, man. Yo, this guy Elmer Fudd was trying so hard, man, to kill Bugs Bunny, man. But he couldn't do it, man. Plus, Emma Fudd was slow, man. Emma Fudd, nah, beyond slow, nigga. This guy was straight up stupid, man. 'Cause how the hell the Bugs Bunny gonna fool this nigga every time, nigga? Every fucking time, nigga. I don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You got the road runner, Wild E. Coyote, man. I actually heard something that like there was basically some type of damn, what's that called? Some type of like theory, whatever, conspiracy, saying that the reason why Wild E. Coyote don't kill the road, like he never killed the road runner, because they basically saying that he's stuck in some type of dimension, like he's basically in hell. Man, when I heard some shit like that, that shit kind of had me like damn nigga, like what, that nigga in hell? Like that's why he can never kill Roadrunner, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know how that shit was wild, man. That's some other shit, man. But then you got Sylvester the Cat, man. So you already know Sylvester the Cat, man. He black too, like Daffy Duck. And they was always hating on him, saying Tweety Bird, little bird, saying he always got out the way. And the grandma, saying the grandma was, she act like she had no sense sometimes. And you got Clay what's it, Foghorn. Yeah, Foghorn. That dude. Saying Foghorn, man. He's like, I say. This motherfucker sound like Mookie, man. This nigga Foghorn sound like Mookie, nigga. Saying like I know who Mookie is, nigga. That nigga sound like Mookie, nigga. Nigga to me, I say, and shit like that, man. Like that dog. I remember the dog was around, man. He was always playing that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you already know, man. Oh yeah, somebody else who playing is Trey Young, man. Trey Young he's part of Looney Tunes. Y'all know who Trey Young is. His name is Speedy Gonzalez. What I'm saying, that motherfucker was going. that motherfucker was, what I'm saying, that motherfucker was fast as hell, man. Like, you couldn't fuck with that nigga. But somebody who just been canceled, this is crazy. Pepe Le Pew, man. Like, why y'all cancel Pepe Le Pew, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, because he's so rapey, whatever, man. Like, come on, man, get out of here with that shit, man. He wasn't trying to rape nobody, man. Like, it's just crazy, man. How they try to cancel cartoons, man. That been going on. This has been going on since the '30s, and now all of a sudden, almost 100 years later, all of a sudden y'all got a problem with Pepe Le Pew, man. Man, free my boy Pepe Le Pew, man. That's all I gotta say about that shit, man. And you got Sam with the guns, man. Saying that nigga's crazy, bro. That nigga's crazy. Speed Slow cousin carried the revolver. Oh yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that shit. That was crazy. But this, yeah, I said that for another episode too, man. There's a lot of things to talk about Looney Tunes, man. Yeah, I want to talk about.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I had to include this in there. This is not an original episode 8. Say cartoons that I grew up on and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I had to put this up here. I don't know how I let this slip, man. I couldn't let this slip, bro. So I remember in kindergarten, man. Preschool, kindergarten, I started watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. You know what I'm saying? The cartoon, everything like that, man. R.P. to James Avery, who played Shredder and stuff like that, man. Yeah, Master Splinter. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Miss April O'Neil, stuff like that, man. Casey Jones, crazy ass. With the hockey mask and stuff like that. But you already know, man, the Turtles, man. You know what I'm saying? Michelangelo was my favorite, man, because he was goofy and silly and make everybody laugh, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my favorite turtle, man, growing up, man. Raphael, you know what I'm saying? About his business, man. Donatello, the smart one. You know what I'm saying? All the gadgets and the internet. I said internet, I'm bugging. All the gadgets and, yeah, computer shit, you know what I'm saying? Nerd, basically. And all of this, the leader, you know what I'm saying? The leader, you know what I'm saying? That's like, hey, man, you got, so I basically setting shit up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You already know, man. Rocksteady, BB, damn, I'm getting old, yo. Rocksteady and Bebop, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, those villains, man. But I remember I had the toys and shit like that growing up, man. It was crazy, man. You had Brain. That was kind of weird, man. but everybody grew up on it. You know what I'm saying? Man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Of course, they had the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like the original movies. But it's crazy because like this like when the last time I did this setup. You know what I'm saying? As everybody know right now, this is December 2024, the 29th, and you already know like, hey, the Real Strong Show is a whole lot different than this. But I had to, you know, say I had to go, had to go back right quick with this with this layout. You know what I'm saying? Just because of this, it's because I missed an iconic cartoon, man. You know what I'm saying? Pizza, man. What? Still to this day, my favorite food is pizza, man. Maybe because of these niggas and Chuck E. Cheese, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like 4 or 5 years old, man. Hey, man. The pizza, they always had the pizza looking good and everything like that, man. You know, like I said, they had the movies, 1990, 19, you know, the early 90s, 1990, 1991, 93, 94. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, Secret of the Ooze, the third one. You know, later on they had TMNT again in 2007. Later on, you know what I'm saying, I think Michael Bay or whatever, did some movies. Then you just had a movie a couple years ago, I think, man. So, yeah, man, shout out to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You already know, man. Yeah.